Run.
Yo! What's up, everyone? Really quickly, playing Rebirth. When you're landing right off the rip, or just in general, if you're racing someone to a spot, you should drop your chute before the other person. That way, your gun is a lot more ready, and make sure that you're facing the other person, not giving your back to them. That's the best way to land and be successful. Keeping a viewpoint of all the lay of the land that you can see in front of you for potential lines of sight of threats. But anyways, been a while since I did one of these breakdowns. Hopefully it's entertaining enough and the rust doesn't show. Clearly it probably does. Anyway, I just wanted to, felt like doing one of these. It's been a long time. But yeah, spoiler alert, 16 KD, obviously in the title. Watch this. Whoop! Slippity slip slide, bang. See, I couldn't do that. I don't know, the past 2 seasons or 2, 3, 4 seasons of this game, because over the pandemic, I got a refurbished controller from Asia for really cheap, and it just didn't feel right. So I just recently switched back to one of my old controllers. It's still a little busted, but it feels a lot better. Maybe I get more of these gameplays, who knows? But I'm just gonna, see how it goes. If I like my gameplays, maybe you'll see more of these breakdowns. But yeah, so I'm just gonna break down some of the key moments, not everything. So I think coming up here, I hear a guy above me, so I take an opposite angle. It's because, they can hear you, right? If you can hear them, likely they'll hear you if you're paying attention. So anyways, I jump up the fire escape, and I know he's above me now. So I just start shooting him. I stay close to the exit. He jumps out the window, okay? So I jump down. I don't fall out exactly the same window, what he's expecting. Use my audio cues, and destroy him like that. You know what I mean? A lot of people, they just tunnel vision and trail the person directly behind them. I think that's okay in certain situations, but not every time. It's smarter to just watch them flee and panic, and then predict where they're gonna go, and then catch them at that opposite place. Just like here, I notice I'm moving with the dot, right? Easy kill. I'm moving with a dot that I see him respawning in, and I'm following the levels of the audio cue of the parachute, as well as the red dot, so I can determine which floor he's landing on. And then I just wait for him to come into my crosshairs, and bang! Easy! I don't have to go right on him or whatever, but this game sometimes you just gotta play smart, and then it comes to you. I'm telling you. Okay, so let's see. I have loadout money, so I'm gonna throw the loadout. I'm on a roll, so I'm just playing super pushy. This is gonna call attention, oh, there's a loadout on top of me, right? So this guy's probably thinking he's safe. The ones that were just fighting, I heard them. So I'm just scouting, looking for it. I'm taking an angle away, because this guy's probably chasing. Okay, there it is. Bang. As soon as I get what I need quickly. Oh, I'm getting shot, so I jump and look for the threat is, so I can determine my next pathing, right? So he's on the ground, listening for cues, and then I have a dead silence, right? That's why I stayed. Usually I just run, change levels, reposition, but I know there's a lot of time between me and him. Anyways, this guy I saw from earlier landing on the loadout, likely it's probably the same as mine, which it was. Catch him in the jump spot. And look for the other dude, because he's probably in here if he's holding. So just listening. Very easy, guys. You just gotta listen to the audio cue and move accordingly, not listen to the audio cue and just go to it. Okay, so that guy, whoever was shooting, was a lot closer. I heard a door open, so he's probably on the one level below, and he's probably trying to go up. He hears the shoot. I'm just repositioning like crazy until I can feel comfy to reach out him, and then take a completely surprise angle. I also gotta watch out for this guy that I was shooting earlier who flew down, because he's likely, there he is, coming around a corner somewhere, bottom floor. I'm cutting him off, just like I said earlier. You just gotta move unpredictably and let the game come to you, instead of you going to put yourself in a situation where you're gonna be disadvantageous to the fight. Alright, let's see here. Okay, this is an easy pick off. I think this game I just killed a lot of jump spot. I killed a lot of people that just respawn right next to me. Okay, I didn't see that guy, so I'm just gonna run like wild because this guy's probably chasing. He broke me, right? With a dead silence. So dead silence was probably really key for me to be able to do all this, so he can't hear my footsteps. But anyways, get my load out. Very nice. And then I have enough to get a UAV, so I'm gonna UAV this bad boy. The red dot's right there. So I reach out. This ground purple automaton is nasty. I gotta build it like that, but it's probably the build I have anyway. But yeah, it's just purple. I feel like the purple one's better than the orange one, to be honest, so it's pretty reliable. Anyways, I want to get my range gun. I could have made do with automaton, but since the circle is closing in on the gas of my loadout where it was, I just opted to just get my own gun, because I can't if I die, I can't like get it again. This almost kills me, and I traced the edge here. Probably didn't need to stim, save a stim, but in those moments, I didn't want to take a chance in terms of like getting shot, because I was already like 1-2 shot. So there's two people shooting me, if you remember. One was that guy from the tower, and then one was on the roof, which this guy jumped and killed him. So this guy just trapped himself coming to the gas to jump out. I don't know what he's thinking, but that's what I mean. People tunnel vision so hard and they don't think about the surroundings, which is, I think that's what I'm pretty good at, is doing that. My gameplays are not the best, my gun skills not the best, but I just play smarter than people. So I always time my movement to reach the buy right on time for the fire sale, instead of getting there and then waiting with my balls in my hand. Someone's probably gonna come toward the loadout too, and then fire sale happens and I'm like sitting duck, right? So I always time it, so I'm always moving into it. This is pretty nasty. I know the bottom is now, I think in the previous seasons it wasn't like it wasn't penetrable, so I was just like tracing the bottom edge because he's probably fleeing, but lucky kill. I hear a guy above me, so I'm gonna try to take a different angle to approach him from the inside of the circle as much as possible. Like, I saw the UAV, right? So there's no other threats. As much as possible, try to approach from inside the circle, especially when you know it's gonna close in soon, just so you don't get caught being held. Like, the worst feeling is just making wicked plays, bang, and then you're like, okay, now I'm getting held by someone else who's watching this whole thing happen. So as much as possible, clear out where the inner side of the circle, at least as much as you can, and then hold or approach the guy that's, you know, that you're trying to get, which is what I did here. All right, so I still think there's another dude here, so I always kind of jump and then listen to the audio, because they can't hear your footsteps as much as you're just like sprinting, right? So you see me, I always do this thing where I just like hop into like my line of sights or my positioning to hear footsteps or whatever. This is probably the most dead silence I got in the game in a long time. But got this guy. I knew he was probably gonna go toward that scan just because of his movement. I would have done the same thing, to be honest. So I just waited. So see how I was like aimed down sight on him and I didn't shoot, because like he can easily duck under that ridge of the building, like the edge of the building, the little wall up, or the skylight, right? So I waited for him to be in the open. That's another thing that a lot of people do, is just not be patient. Let them get into the open so your shots are clear. You don't have to like worry about cover. So and then also predicting their movement. Like that guy was obviously gonna go for the scan. So now I'm just waiting. At this point in the game, I kind of slow it down a little bit. And I know I'm going to, every time there's like a big king, I'm gonna wait to use it if possible. That way, if I so happen to kill whoever the big king is, then I can get it obviously advanced, which is super useful endgame. Super useful in general, but in endgame, yeah. So I like to time it also when it's closing in, so I can make the most use out of the timing, which is what you saw there. So there's 2 more people. I'm already like on a heater. I'm just like, okay, I just gotta close this out. So I know that the king is the guy that fell, like the earlier while shooting at this guy that I killed. He's on the boat, and he called that horn thing with the drop, and likely this guy's over here. So I picked up the barricade earlier. This is why it's so important to pick up shit. A lot of people just don't pick up shit, but that's what saves me here. Otherwise, my game is done, and I can't have this like commentary to like show you guys. But anyways, that barricade clutch. Now they're fighting each other because the other one's third party. Smart, because he should. He probably shouldn't have done it while I'm still alive though. Then I catch him, easy, bang. I know he downed the other dude because of how he was running. He's waiting for me, so I just wait for the kill to farm it. And this guy gets away a little bit and just pursue it because he just has a tree. Easy. Alright, that's it. That's the gameplay, folks. Let me know what you thought of that. Should I do more? Should I not? Your voice is annoying. I know it's very rusty, but I appreciate you taking the time. Let me know if you want me to actually break down every detail, because I could do that. The video will be longer because I have to pause and everything, but you know, I just wanted this one to be a little bit more lax, low-key. Anyways, signing off. Hope you learned something. Even if not, just rewatch and see how I move, and then you can kind of make the read yourself. See what I'm doing, get into my mind. But yeah, if you want me to break down more gameplay like this and really go into details, maybe I'll do that in the future. Till next time, peace.